Hi, welcome. You've reached our Quickstart guide for the conference rooms in the Santa Cruz County Office of Education. In just about 3 minutes, we'll have enough time to get you up and running to get your Zoom or hybrid meeting well on its way. The first thing you want to do is turn on the television or the video display wall. If you're in one of our smaller conference rooms, you'll turn on the TV by finding the TV remote. If you're in a larger room that has multiple screens, you'll need to look for the Extron display panel. It looks like a large iPad on the wall, and use that to power up the system. Once you've done that, if the display looks like this, you're all set. You've got the Zoom room already connected as the input. If you see something a little bit different, don't worry. It just means we need to take an extra step to select Zoom as the input. To do that, there's a couple of options. If you're in one of our smaller conference rooms and you use a TV remote to turn on the TV, you're going to use that same TV remote, like the one you see pictured at left, to press the buttons to get to the source menu and go ahead and select Zoom Room as the source. If you're in a larger conference room and you're using the Extron controller, then, sort of off to the top right of the screen, you'll see an option for Zoom Room. Click that, and that will switch the input to Zoom Room. Now that you've done that, either using the television remote or the Extron controller, look for an iPad. The iPad is your controller for the Zoom. If you're used to hosting Zooms on your computer, it's just like that, except that the iPad has all the controls of the Zoom control toolbar that you're used to on your computer. In order to access that, you're going to need to open the Zoom app. It might already be displayed on the iPad. If it's not yet, find the app bar, the toolbar at the bottom of the iPad, and go ahead and tap the Zoom app to get it running. You're almost started. Now that you're in the Zoom app, you probably see a screen that looks like this. If you booked the conference room and invited the room that you're in to this Zoom meeting, you might be lucky and you might see your meeting on the left-hand side. If that's the case, all you need to do is press the blue Start Meeting to get on the way with your meeting. If you don't see that, don't worry. Another option is that you can always join a Zoom that was already scheduled. To do that, you want to click the blue plus button that says Join underneath it, and then follow the prompts on your screen to enter in the meeting ID. If you haven't already scheduled a meeting, don't worry, there's one final option. You can always start a new meeting on the spot by clicking that orange New Meeting button. That'll start a new meeting for you right away. Now that you're in your Zoom, you'll see all the things that are in your usual Zoom toolbar on the app on the iPad. You can press the green button to share your screen. You can mute or unmute, turn your video on and off, control the camera, admit participants, and even access the chat. We hope you have a good Zoom session.